Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Noah. I know you can't see me, but today I have my two hammers that I've had for a while, and they're pretty dinged up. As you can see, this one has a big chip out of the front, and it's just kind of beat up overall. But the one thing that hasn't happened since I've had this hammer is the shiny varnish, which is really slick and slippery, has not worn off. So that's what we're going to be doing today, is refinishing this hammer and Persuasion, my mini sledge. This handle, as you can see, it's got the shiny varnish as well. This one isn't as dinged up, but the dings and nicks are what make these handles really nice to use, because it adds an extra grip. So basically what these handles are going to end up looking like is something like this. Not as dinged up, but not shiny like the rest of the handle. So yeah, the first thing I do is I take a razor blade. Any kind of razor blade will do. Just make sure it's sharp, and I'm going to scrape the varnish. So I'm just going to do the smaller hammer, this ball peen hammer in this video, because it's a smaller handle. So typically what I do is I butt it up against me like this, and you just take the blade on end, and you just, actually you tilt it towards you a little bit, and you just start scraping. And you'll be able to see, as you work, the handle will not be shiny anymore, and you will start to see the nice, beautiful wood grain really dull out, and it looks really, really good. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it in the video, but as you can see, maybe, yeah, you can see here there's a pile of shavings, and you can see the dull spot right here down the middle. And you can see it's shiny, starts right here, and the dull spot is here. You can actually, you can't feel it, but I can feel it. Is a nice rough, not slick area. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish doing this whole handle, and I'll bring you guys back in for the next step. Alright guys, we're back. As you can see, I got the handle all stripped down. It is still shiny because it is smooth, but there are still some extremely shiny spots. You can see right here, right at the end of my finger there's a really shiny spot. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to get some 120 grit and some 220, maybe 220 grit sandpaper, and I'm going to sand the whole handle to finish getting that varnish off. Obviously this razor blade, when you drag it on a round surface, only gets a very small area, but you can see by this this rug here, there's lots of wood shavings that come off of it. It takes off quite a bit of wood. So but to really get all that varnish off, already you can see the hammer, it won't slip like it did before, and I promise you I'm using the same amount of force to hold the handle. So yeah, I'm gonna grab some sandpaper real quick, and I'm just gonna sand this all down, and yeah, we'll go from there. And then I might do a little bit of sanding work on the head and clean up the top of this right here, because the handle comes all the way through that, and I'd like to be able to see the top of the wood there. And I'd like to get this black paint off of it. You can see the black paint on there, and kind of just, I don't know, maybe I'll leave the patina on. I mean, I like this patina on it where there's no paint, where you can still see the metal through it, but it's just a little bit rusty. I really like that patina, so I might not touch it at all. So I'm going to grab some sandpaper and quit rambling and get to sanding this. Everybody, so as you can see, I got the handle all sanded down. As you can see, the bottom and the sides look the same now, and I did a little bit of sanding on the top, and this wood has absorbed so much dirt and stuff over the years through the top that it's just going to stay really dark like that. But I do like the fact now that this is a little bit more shiny, this area, and the wedge. Yeah, so I really enjoy that part of this. So now what we're going to do is get some oil, and we are going to put boiled linseed oil on this handle, which is just going to be a protectant. It's not a varnish or lacquer that is an actual exterior coating. The wood will absorb the oil, and it will set into the wood, and it will give it a really nice look and protect it for a long time. It will also allow the handle to absorb oils from your hands and whatever you're doing in dirt, and it will give the handle a really aged look while also being in really good shape and really comfortable to use. So I'm going to go grab the oil, and I'll show you how we do this. Alright guys, so here we have, it's an old sock that I'm using as a rag, and boiled linseed oil. This is the best oil to use for this purpose. So we're just going to pop this open, and then we'll take the rag and we'll double it over like that. And basically what you're going to do, take that back. We're going to fold it again to make it small. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to shake the oil up into the rag in a couple different places, and maybe even flip it upside down until you feel it soak through. You want a good coat of oil on all this stuff because this is what's going to protect the wood from moisture. So basically what you do is you just take it, and there you go. You can already see how this is making the handle shiny and bringing out the grain of the wood while not actually having the varnish on it. And it will not stay shiny like this. Actually what it will do is after the oil sets in, it will dull out quite a bit. So I'm going to do this and let the oil soak in, and then I'm going to go over it again and let you guys see the finished product. Once the oil is soaked in this time, I'll show you guys what the rest of it looks like after it's got 2 or 3 coats of oil on it, and it will look really good. And it will really, this will really make this a nice hammer. It'll keep it nice a lot longer. As you can see, we get the end and everything in there. And of course, we have to get this top because this is wood up here. And it wouldn't hurt maybe to go around the whole head like this and just coat the whole head in oil. While the oil won't set into the metal, this will help clean it and get any debris that's on it off. Yeah, so I'm going to finish up here, which is just a few more wipes onto here. I'm going to do a little more along the top and maybe one more run over the handle to make sure I've gotten everything covered, and then I will show you guys the finished product. Alright everybody, we're back, and this is after 3 coats of oil. You can see the handle is shiny, but it is still not slick by any means. That varnish is like glass. It just makes a glassy finish on the wood. It is a physical layer, whereas the oil sets in and embeds into the wood, but the varnish or that lacquer that they put on it is a physical extra layer, and it's not good because it's slick. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Hopefully you learned something here. Yeah, so make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and drop a like on this video. Share it with all your friends. We're trying to get the channel to 1,000 subscribers by the end of June. That is the goal. While I was waiting for that hammer, the smaller one to dry, I ended up doing the second one. I just got it finished. As you can see, it is still, especially right there at the top, super, super glassy and glossy with the amount of oil that's in it. This has to sit probably another, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes before this oil really sets into it. But this is the second coat on this one, and after that it'll be done. So yeah, I know I didn't show doing this one because that would just make for extra stuff in the video that doesn't need to be there. And I hope you guys have enjoyed again. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and drop a like. I will catch you guys in the next video.